The average American makes about $5,000 a month. That's rent, food, Netflix, and maybe, if you're lucky, one overpriced coffee per day. Now, most people think you need $1 million sitting in the bank to retire on that kind of income. But what if I told you that you could start working toward it with just $1,000 and without selling a single share of stock? Yep, this video is all about the real minimum you need to live off Fidelity Index Funds. Spoiler, it's probably less than what you dropped on your last vacation. I'll walk you through building a dividend-paying Fidelity Index Fund portfolio that can one day cover all your living expenses. Along the way, I'll break down the rookie mistakes most people make when chasing dividends, the exact funds I'm using, and finally, I'll show you the smallest amount you need to collect over $60,000 per year in income, and how to shave 10 years off that timeline. Before I go any further, let me slap on the classic disclaimer. The content provided in these videos is for informational and educational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Please conduct your own research and due diligence before making any financial decisions. Always consult with a licensed financial advisor or professional when needed. Your financial decisions are your responsibility. But first, let's talk about the why index funds of all things. They don't sound sexy. They don't come with TikTok hype, but they work. When people think about getting rich, they imagine three things: buying rental properties, stock picking like Warren Buffett, throwing money at crypto, and praying Elon Musk tweets something nice. Here's the reality check. Real estate. Sure, it's stable, but it also eats cash for breakfast. Big down payment, mortgage, tenants who call you at midnight because their faucet squeaks. And if you hire a property manager, kiss a chunk of your profit goodbye. Stock picking. Fun until your favorite company misses earnings and your diamond hands turn into tissue paper. Crypto. Basically a casino where memes decide the odds. A single tweet can erase your gains faster than you can say blockchain. Index funds, on the other hand, they're like the chill kid in class who still gets A's. Low cost, diversified, and brain dead simple. Instead of betting on one company, you own hundreds. That smooths out the ride and lets you sleep at night. You buy, hold, and let compounding do the heavy lifting. It won't make you rich overnight, but it works consistently, and even while you're asleep drooling on your pillow. Now, before you start throwing cash at the first dividend fund you see, let's clear up one big misconception. Most people hear dividend investing and immediately go hunting for the fattest yield possible. A fund paying 7%? 10%? Jackpot, right? Wrong. Those high yields are often traps. It usually means the company's stock price is stuck or sinking, and the market doesn't trust it to grow. Today's big paycheck could be tomorrow's dividend cut. Ouch. Here's the smarter play. Focus on total return. That's a mix of three things: dividend growth, and share price appreciation. Think of it like a three-legged stool. If one leg's missing, you fall on your face. A modest 2.5% yield with fast dividend growth can actually crush a 7% yield that never grows. Why? Compounding. Reinvested dividends snowball, your future income climbs, and suddenly you're building a machine that pays you more and more as time goes on. So, how do you pick the right funds? Forget chasing headlines. The portfolio I'll show you is built on three principles: reliable yield, a steady payout that's not too tiny to matter but not so high it screams danger, dividend growth. This is the magic sauce. A 15% growth rate means payouts double roughly every 5 years. That's how income scales with you. Share price appreciation. Because you don't just want income, you want your portfolio's value to grow too. That protects your buying power and boosts long-term wealth. Add a layer of diversification. Different sectors, different regions, and you've got yourself a balanced growth engine. Now, you might be thinking, why not just invest in the S&P 500? It's everyone's go-to. And sure, the S&P is fantastic for long-term wealth building. But here's the catch. It's not great for living off dividends. Its yield is about 1.27%. That means if you want $60,000 a year from S&P dividends, you'd need about $4.7 million. Yep, that's lottery winner money. Even stretched over 30 years, you'd still need $750,000. That's because the S&P is built for growth, not income. You'd have to sell shares to live off it, which isn't exactly stress-free. That's why I built a Fidelity Index Fund portfolio designed differently. respectable starting yields, strong dividend growth, and healthy appreciation. The goal isn't to sell off your assets like yard sale furniture. It's to create an income engine that keeps paying you without touching your principal. So, what funds made the cut? Here are the all-stars. Fidelity Mid-Cap Index Fund, FSMDX, 2.27% yield. Monster 23.67% dividend growth. Think of it as the portfolio's workhorse. Fidelity Zero Extended Market Index Fund, FZIPX. Yield at 1.19%. Dividend growth near 20%. Slower price growth but adds nice diversification. Fidelity Zero Large Cap Index Fund, FNILX. Steady and reliable with a 1.02% yield, 17% dividend growth, and strong appreciation. Fidelity Zero Total Market Index Fund, FZROX. Lower yield at 1.9% but 19% dividend growth and over 11% appreciation. That's your compounding accelerator. Fidelity US Sustainability Index Fund, FITLX. A socially responsible option with a 1.22% yield, 18% growth, and 10% appreciation. Feels good? Does good. Together, these average out to a 1.36% yield, 19.6% dividend growth, and 9.2% price appreciation. Translation? You're building both income and long-term wealth. Let's run the numbers. Start with just $1,000 and toss in $1 a day. That's $30 a month. Basically the cost of one dinner out. Year 1? You're at $1,466. Year 10? $9,183. Year 20? $45,287. By year 30, that modest start snowballs into $441,188, paying nearly $80,000 a year in dividends. That's $6,600 a month in income from a measly $1,000 plus pocket change along the way. Now, if you want to turbocharge the plan, here's the fast track. Start with $20,000 and invest $20 a day. By year 20, you're sitting on $914,971, generating $68,698 in annual dividends. That's almost $5,800 a month. The kicker? You can live off the dividends and still have a $748,971 portfolio backing you up. That's income and security rolled into one. Bottom line, you don't need millions, you just need the right mix, patience, and a strategy that grows with you. Index funds may be boring at parties, but they quietly build wealth in a way that's predictable, scalable, and sustainable. So, want to see how to start collecting dividend checks every single month? Click the video on your screen now. Let's get that money working for you. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you stay up to date with the latest in personal finance, investing, and market insights.